Here we have a new 2026 Nissan Armada. This one comes in the SL trim level. It's a rear-wheel drive model, aspen white tri-coat paint, and then we have the charcoal tailor fit interior. For the powertrain, we get a 3.5-liter twin turbocharged V6 engine. That's made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission. That gives us 425 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque. Excuse the wind noise. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights. The lights don't dance like that. That's just how my camera's picking them up. But even in the SL trim here, I like the front fascia. Nice, big, bold look like we expect from the outgoing models, and it looks really clean in my opinion. As we come around to these wheels here, these are going to be 20-inch alloy. Passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. And then to the door panel here, we do get the Klipsch sound system, memory seat function, and then we have one-touch up and down windows on all 4 doors, rear window lockout, power folding side mirrors, and we do get blind spot monitors. Power door lock controls. I like that the interior looks very similar to the Platinum I just reviewed because I wanted to compare these. Now we have the lane centering here, lift gate, electronic parking brake, automatic brake hold. Love the trim. Hood release. You get a power tilt telescoping steering wheel. And then here's that power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar support. And even though it's not real leather, this tailor fit feels very nice. Now I want to give a huge thanks to Nissan of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this Armada today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So as I sit behind myself, pretty good space back here. Seat back pockets are on both sides. Rear AC controls are here. USB-C charge ports, 12 volt. And there's a look at the front from back here. And then we do have kind of a center console for the second row, 2 USB-C ports there as well. Bottle holders are here. And then we get the power folding third row, which I love, and then a USB-C charge port on either side as well. Soft touch lights, LED lights throughout. We can hang a shirt or pair of pants there if we need to, and then we do have the AC vents in the headliner there. Now as I step out, child locks, lock, unlock there. There's a fuel filler, premium's recommended, but you can put regular in here, no problem. As we come around to the back end, we do get the LED tail lamps, and I love how they did the back end. A nice bold look there when you're coming up behind one of these. Tow hitch is integrated behind the cover there. And then you do have your spare, your exhaust, power lift gate. And there's the space behind the third row. You have the top tethers that are integrated on the back of the seats themselves. That's third and second row. Then you have a 3-prong household plug-in 120 volt here. And then again, you can power fold the third row here. And then you can release the second row. Now as we come around to the rear passenger side, again, sorry for the wind noise. I have the seat folded down, and it's pretty easy to pop it back into place. And then you can adjust the tilt there. So there's actually quite a bit of room between all the way up and all the way back. And then you have your lower anchors right there. And you can take this here, pull up, and that'll tumble the seat forward to get you easier access to and from the third row. Now to the front passenger seat. This is going to be power with 2-way power lumbar support, and I love that in this SL. We didn't cheap out on the lumbar support or make it a manual seat or something like that. It's a 12 volt underneath here. Lockable glove compartment. Owner's manuals are in there. And then I'm going to show you all the window sticker. Y'all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look at anything. So this one's stickered at $68,795, and I think Over the Platinum I just reviewed, I really like this so far better. Don't need four-wheel drive, me personally. Don't need the sunroof. You still get the clip sound system. You still get the 20-inch wheels. So again, I like how this one is equipped, and the cabin chair seat package is a must, I think, if you're gonna get it in this trim and try and save money compared to the Platinum. But as you come back around to the front end here, just a quick look in the engine bay. And there's that twin turbo V6. Before we hop in the driver's seat, I'm just gonna show off the blinkers. So we get them in the side mirrors. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat now. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. Now over here to this screen, we get a 12.3-inch screen here. Google Maps, AM, FM, XM radio. We get Bluetooth audio as well. And then we have wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. You get that Google Assistant. And then we have some the apps here, so you can go through all that. Garage door, transmitter, so on and so forth. Go to these all settings menu, and then you can change your units of measurement here. And then you can change your languages in these system settings. So a lot of different things to choose from, but that's always what people ask me about. Connections, Bluetooth, pretty straightforward. Just go in there and pair your device. It kind of walks you through it. You have directions there. And I really just like how they did the radio. It's really nice, really crisp without being too much, I think. Now your climate controls are down here. You do get dual zone automatic, and then you have the rear AC controls. You can lock the rear, adjust temperature from either side here. And then you get 3-stage heated seats with the heated steering wheel for the driver. You have buttons and knobs down below, and I'll show you those in a minute. Here's the backup camera. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. You get that top-down view as well. And then you still get the front camera here with the top-down view too. And then volume controls are here. Hazards. Again, the climate controls are here, 3-stage heated seats and the heated steering wheel for the driver. Temperature, pretty easy to use. And I do like with this one being a rear-wheel drive, you still have several different drive modes. So you have the Snow, Standard, Eco, Sport, and then you have that tow mode there. Traction control toggles here, auto stop toggles there. And then for the shifter, it's push button, so park, reverse, neutral, drive. Hit it again for that manual mode. And then you can use the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel to go through those gears. Wireless charging pad with 2 USB-C ports, bottle holders. You can stow all this away. And then you have your center console cubby space with a removable tray. And there's a look at the back seat from up here. And then you do get a sunglasses holder, which is nice. And then your lights here. And then you have the vanity mirror. The left side stock blinkers, high beams, your high beam assist, you can toggle that on the side there. And then you have your automatic wipers on the right side, one time off, auto, low, high. You can adjust that auto sensitivity there, and then your rear wipers here, push back for the rear fluid, pull up for the front. Brightness for the gauge cluster, you can adjust that here. And then Pro Pilot, you can activate that, set your speed, adjust the speed, cancel, gap adjust for the adaptive cruise. Volume controls are there. Track list, radio station presets, voice recognition. And then you can pick a side here, depending on what's orange. This activates the left, well, the gauge cluster. And then the right one goes through the radio. So you can see as I go through here, we have access to the tire pressure monitors and the fuel economy and things of that nature. And then we can go through our settings here and change a few things there as well. Go down to these vehicle settings, and then you can adjust all that. So again, right side, you can scroll through that, use the back button to go back to the home page and whatnot. And then our push button starts here. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Armada SL out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Armada SL, I like how this feels 98% like the Platinum. It still feels very premium. You don't have the cooled seats, but it still feels very nice in this interior. Still feels luxurious. You get that same powertrain. You're just saving probably 15 to 20 grand depending on how you spec each one out. Now, I want to give a huge thanks to Nissan of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this Armada today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But the sound of the engine is nice. How it shifts is nice. It feels like a premium large SUV. About what these should go for, I think, for this $68,000 sticker price. So I'm not disappointed by that. It's just crazy that $68,000 is kind of what has to get you in this this realm for a vehicle. I feel like a Platinum Armada 5-6 years ago used to be the same amount of money. Now, obviously, there's newer technology here. You know, we have to answer to more government standards, whatever, for vehicles, but still, that's crazy. Inflation plays a part in it, I think, as well, but I mean, it's about what you get a Tahoe LT for. But overall, it's easy to drive for it to be such a large vehicle. It's very nimble for this segment, I think. It's easy to brake, it's easy to give it throttle, and it's easier to steer. It feels a bit less boxy than the outgoing models that had the Endurance V8, but it still has that driving feel that you like about them. They're just a bit more agile, in my opinion. Now I'm gonna put in a sport mode. We're gonna see if we can give it a pull getting on the interstate here. Here we go. So a quick run there. It's fast. I'll give it that. I mean, you're having 425 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque. That's nuts, even for an SUV this size. So we have the lane centering here, adaptive cruise. Really like the system overall. And the ride is pretty good as well. Very plush, what you'd expect from this Armada. Now, in terms of what you get for the SL, I think you get quite a bit here. Again, if it was me and I was on a budget, I wouldn't go with a platinum just because the platinum is very nice, but you're paying upwards of $80,000 when you can pay lower than 70 for this, throw in the captain's chairs, and you won't really miss anything except maybe the panoramic sunroof. And I'm kind of a testament to this. I've had a panoramic roof and had to have it. When I had it, never used it. So, but it is nice to have, specifically on, I feel like lighter color leather just kind of makes it feel really nice, but not really a necessity. So even in eco mode, it has a ton of power that is available to you. It's a little slower to shift. It kind of tries to maximize your fuel economy, but still, based on how hard you put your foot down, it'll still give you some power when you need it. It just won't try to race, if that makes sense. Now, my final thoughts on this, if you are looking for something like this, I feel like you won't be disappointed, specifically in the powertrain. I would take this powertrain over what you get in the Tahoe all day, specifically the 5.3. If you go up to the 6.2, then, you know, maybe you have a competition there, but I just feel like this is so much more exhilarating to drive than the Tahoes. And they're still quick, the V8s are, but this just feels so much better in my opinion. Now, I do feel like if you're in the market for an Armada, the SL is the way to go. I feel like you get a lot for the money. You still have an interior that feels like a platinum. You're just missing a couple of things that you probably won't really miss unless you've had a platinum before. But this is a good deal, in my opinion, for what you get. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Nissan Armada in the SL trim level.